your tropical getaway right here in Lincoln. Get your tickets today at huskers.com/packpba.
Empower a child today with the Teammates Mentoring Program by building a relationship based on strengths and chart a brighter future 1 week at a time. Find out how you can be a mentor by visiting lincolnteammates.org. Become what you needed as a kid by joining the Teammates Mentoring Program today.
I get it, slip it, cuff it, check it twice a day.
I get it, slip it, cuff it, check it in the morning and before dinner.
I get it, slip it, cuff it, check it, and share it with my doctor. Nearly 1 in 2 U.S. adults have high blood pressure. That's why it's important to self-monitor your blood pressure in 4 easy-to-remember steps. It starts with a monitor.
Now that I know my blood pressure numbers, I talked with my doctor. We're getting those numbers down.
Get it, slip it, cuff it, check it. Talk to doctor now and share it.
Be next to talk to your doctor about your blood pressure numbers. Get down with your blood pressure. Self-monitoring is power. Learn more at manageyourbp.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council, the American Heart Association, and the American Medical Association, in partnership with the Office of Minority Health and Health Resources and Services Administration.
93.7 The Ticket is proud to provide listeners with daily opportunities to win contests and prizes on our airwaves, and would like to take this opportunity to remind you of a couple rules. All participants must be 21 or older and must wait 30 days after winning a prize to participate in another contest. Once you win, you have 30 days to pick up your prize at the KNTK Studios, 1040 O Street in Lincoln, or your prize will be forfeited. Thank you for participating in our contests, and thank you for listening to 93.7 The Ticket.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com.
On the internet.
KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
Hi, this is Pastor Tom. Did you know there's a place kids can seek out help when they're away from home and something goes wrong? They find themselves in a difficult spot or even a dangerous situation. Maybe another child is bullying them or a stranger is following them. Perhaps on a date and things just go bad. In Lincoln, here's where they can find help. It's called Safe Place. Safe Place is a national program for children taking place in thousands of cities across the United States. The People City Mission is sponsoring this program in our community and has set up a number of businesses, fire stations, schools, and nonprofits around the city to become safe locations where kids can seek out help. They just need to look for the big yellow sign that says Safe Place on it. Then go inside and ask for help. We will be quickly connected to them and ensure they make it back home or to whatever resources are needed. If you'd like to find out more about Safe Place and ways in which you can get involved, just go to pcmlincoln.org. Remember, when we all do a little, we change a lot.
This is Bigger Than the Score with Peter Ferguson on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, welcome to 93.7 The Ticket, Bigger Than the Score. This is Peter Ferguson BHS LLC, and joined on the ones and twos with Harrison, who is anticipating, waiting, reflecting, smiling, game planning. I mean, they had probably a whole 2 hours of conversation. I heard some of it. You had people coming out here with pajama bottoms, this Bears pajama bottoms with Jeff. You got the sweatshirt on. You got the faded sweatshirt on, rubbing it for good luck.
You can tell how many times I've worn it.
I was going to say, it was like, okay, since the last championship, I'm ready to go ahead and break this sucker out. But it is a Sunday. It is a brisk Sunday. I think it's about time in January in Lincoln, Nebraska. But all's good. Had a couple games last night. Then you got the other one tonight, and then you got the CFP going on Monday night. Got a Husker win out in Northwestern. So I mean, things are rolling. The women are gonna get back on track and do their thing. And you got gymnastics, you got wrestling. I mean, it's that time of the year where things are really just kind of picking up. You had Lincoln High. They had the show choir festival. And I know there's a couple other musical components, and as well as some other things coming up we're going to talk about. So great time if you want something to do, that it's on you if you're not doing anything.
Yeah, there's a lot of fun stuff to do. We also get Iowa coming in town for Husker Wrestling upcoming this weekend, I believe. So definitely check that out. To your point, it's been an awesome winter as far as Huskerland goes. And I know even locally, shout out to Tristan Gomez. He hopped on for the first time on the 93.7 The Ticket airwaves to do some color commentary with the Austin Orman for basketball. So we'll have a lot more of that coming down. That's always a lot of fun. getting the kind of local beat on all these high school basketball teams.
Right.
And Nick does a great job talking to all those coaches and maybe even get some side interviews along the way. But no, it's been fun. Obviously, I'm wearing the Bears gear for obvious reasons. I can announce it too, programming alert, because we'll have that on the brick and mortar as well. Yeah, we do got the Bears 5:30, and we'll also have the 2:00 game as well. So we got a couple games on the NFL and the brick and mortar. This will be live and local the entire time. We won't have to switch over at any point this morning. But if you guys do want to join in, 402-464-5685. That is the Starter Hammond text line, and as well as the stream's great way to put a face to the voice.
Well, and also if you get a chance, you need to warm up, come on down to the mill. Great. You got TV, great atmosphere. You can warm up and tune in a lot of different ways. And so we're excited because, like I said, there's been a lot going on, and just kind of want to give a shout out and thanks to Ziana last week, who just really lit up the studio with kind of how she, I don't say pontificated on a lot of things, but just gave tremendous insight. Also, shout out to Emily Koopman, who both of them came in and just spoke about, like on Friday was the Reimagine MLK breakfast. And it was a community breakfast about, honoring legacy and building connections, and had the opportunity to engage and do some emceeing in regards to it. Nick Sainert and Aaron Davis came out to represent the ticket. So I want to thank them. But a full house at the Firefighters Hall for something that had been on hiatus for about 5 years. There was a legacy and foundation of 30 years prior, and we were able to honor, those individuals and those legacy leaders, but also really just kind of reimagine it and bring young people into this space. And so I want to thank everybody who was involved. I know Nick Sainer always says no free shout outs, but want to thank Belmont Community Center, who has quickly become just a partner and I think kind of a fan favorite in a lot of different ways. The rally, but also Bryan College of Health Science, who helped jumpstart and get that going. And again, all those who were involved. So thank you on that. And Emily Koopman, a phenomenal job. I know people were saying, I want to give her flowers because she put a lot of work into that. And sometimes it's stepping up and showing up. And she really wanted to be in the background of that, but she needed to be in the forefront because she's one who's not only taking a torch, but is lighting it and running with it. And that's not something that's easy to do.
Yeah, I mean, you've talked about yourself. You've kind of trying to figure out that lane yourself. Of, I just want to be here for these kids, and then it's like, well, yeah, but we need to face someone to kind of represent what this group is. And she's every time I've heard from her, she's phenomenal. Also, shout out to Nick and AD for doing that. I know AD's a great speaker. Nick, I hope he did all right. No, I'm just kidding. Nick's
no,
phenomenal.
And they didn't even have to speak. They just came and mingled and enjoyed. And so, like I said, Nick was a little underdressed, wearing the quarter zip, but we'll kind of work him into stuff moving forward. But I am excited today because this is something that we, oftentimes we have some people online, and we're able to stream and get them in studio. And then it's very rare that sometimes they come into the space and from where they're from and actually be here in person. And so we've got two scholars here today. One's from in area. We got Kendall Jackson, who I've known since she was, I don't want to say Munchkin, because people don't even know what Munchkins are or Gremlins anymore. But she is somebody that I have seen and watched grow up. She has always been a phenomenal individual and is an impressive, I don't want to say young lady, just an impressive individual and person that's a community engager. And then we have a junior mayor in studio today. I don't know if this has ever happened before, Harrison, but we have a junior mayor here in studio.
No, not an official. We've had some people that maybe we see in those positions, but I think that's probably a first.
And so we've got junior mayor Jamerson Hughes, and Jamerson was actually on. I looked at it. It was about a year or so ago, and streamed on with another colleague. But he has come to Lincoln, Nebraska, to be a part. He's been a part of the Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Youth Rally and March Planning Committee. So I'm going to let Kendall introduce Mayor Hughes to give him an appropriate welcome. So Kendall, go ahead.
Okay, yes, welcoming in from Stansbury, Georgia, taking only his second flight ever in his whole entire life. We have Jamerson coming to Lincoln to help with the MLK Youth Rally. So, Jamerson?
Fantastic. Jamerson. So, I'm going to have you introduce Kendall, from what you know about Kendall so far.
So, I've had the opportunity to sit with Kendall here at the mill, and I've heard her talk about a lot of things that she want to be involved in through her school and through the Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Youth Rally. And I also learned about her passion for volleyball. So I'm looking to grow closer to Kendall so I can learn more about her and learn about what it is that she wants to see and want to do within her life.
See, I transitioned this year of just having them introduce each other. And as I saw you all do, I'm just like, okay, Harris and I are just going to go ahead and sit on the other side of the window and watch you. So, Kendall, let's start with you. Introduce yourself. Tell us your purpose and a little bit about your journey. Have you always lived here in Lincoln, Nebraska? Where have you gone to school?
Okay, so my name is Kendall Jackson. I'm currently at North Star High School. I just transferred from Southwest this year. I would say my purpose is to have a positive impact on youth. I believe the youth rally and just being like involved in sports and other youth groups in school can really showcase that positive impact I'd like to make. I've lived in Lincoln my whole entire life. My mom's also from Lincoln. She went to Lincoln High.
Okay.
LHS, you know.
Oh, there you go. There you go.
and
80,
then-
you got the shout out in for you.
Yeah. And then also shout out to like my mom again, my grandma, and my two siblings, Michaela and Bryn, who I'm all really grateful for because I would not be here right now if it wasn't for them. So
Fantastic. Tell us the elementary and middle school that you've attended.
elementary school, I was at Norwood Park Elementary School, really small school, and then I went to Skill Middle School.
All right. And any pets? That's kind of our $20,000 question.
No pets, but I hope to have one.
Okay. What kind?
Like a smaller dog, maybe actually a bigger one to scare off people.
All right. We make wishes happen here on 93.7 The Ticket. So a smaller dog. Your mom's probably like cringing right now.
Yeah.
Like she ain't getting no dog. So if you want to bring a smaller dog in, Kendall is more than willing to take that dog home with you. No, I'm just kidding. All right. So Junior Mayor Jamerson, introduce yourself, share your purpose, and tell us a little bit about Statesboro, Georgia.
All right. So my name is Jamerson Hughes. I am the junior mayor for the city of Statesboro. And the city of Statesboro motto that we live by is the city that soars. And we are definitely the city that soars. I attend Statesboro High School back in Statesboro. My family, it consists of my mom, my brothers, and my sister. I always call her my twin. But her name is Trinity, and then my brother Tyrell, Giovanni, and Aiden, and then my mom, her name is Alagine. So we've always stood together close. The love has always been like our family has always been grounded in love and tradition. So that's one of the things that I feel like that's how we connect. Being the city that soars, the Statesboro Youth Council has reached out to the community, reached out to other youth, invited them to share their ideas and intake on what they feel that needs to be changed within our community or what needs to be updated in our community. So I'm thankful for that.
So you just sold it. Everybody like the Chamber of Commerce, the city of Statesboro Chamber of Commerce is like, wait a minute. I mean, Lincoln's probably coming over here is like, you got to get this cat off the radio right now. We got industries leaving and everything. Tell your purpose. And I think you made it.
Okay. My purpose is to lead, inspire, and empower. And you'll also hear me say it during the Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King youth rally over and over, because my purpose is to lead, inspire, and empower other youth to speak up and speak out, building relationships not lasting just in a moment, but for a lifetime.
This guy up here, you and Kendall up here throwing it down. So those that don't know, like Statesboro, their population within the 2020 census is about, or 2024 is a little over 35,000 individuals. And located about 45 minutes from Savannah. So a lot of people may be familiar with the Savannah area where Forrest Gump was filmed, et cetera, et cetera. So you did a great job of kind of dropping. We'll talk a little bit more about the Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Youth Rally in March. Tell us about your first 3 hours in Nebraska. Tell us about the first 2.5 hours in Nebraska. What did you get to experience?
Before we move forward, I did promise Shamaya that I would shout her out on the radio. I'm sorry that I forgot about that.
No, not a problem. We want you to be able to go home now. Okay?
Right. So. Most definitely. My first 3 hours in Nebraska, we're sitting at a restaurant, and I enjoyed the restaurant. And all of a sudden, I didn't know what it was called at first until Mr. Pete found out what exactly was it called, and it was called a squall. And to be able to stand right there within the squall, and I love, like, it gave me bolts of energy just to see all of that snow just twirling around, going in circles. It almost looked like a tornado to me. That I told Dr. Mitchell, she's my advisor for the Statesboro Youth Council. And the squall was amazing. I've never experienced nothing like that out of all my years of living. So that was definitely life changing.
I got to go to Kendall. Like, Kendall, as you hear that, because I don't know if we've ever had it defined as absolutely amazing. So, Kendall, just talk a little bit about like what you're hearing and some advice that you would have for Jamerson.
I would say just always keep, like extra hot clothes and extra cold clothes on deck because Nebraska is very like bipolar when it comes to weather. Like I know earlier this month it was like I think 60 degrees, and now you just have a sudden snow squall that I look outside my backyard and it's like frozen. The grass is white. I'm just like I woke up from my nap and like why is it snowing outside? So I just say bring a variety of clothes. Like have a diverse suitcase. I hope that you brought because the rally tomorrow. It might be 70. You never know.
So, Kendall, you talked about some of your involvements and some of the things that you do. You talked about volleyball. Kendall was an instrumental member of the runner-up state tournament Class A team at North Star High School this year. And so talk a little bit about some of the other things you're involved in and what helps you kind of guide why you choose certain things.
I'm involved in the North Star volleyball team. Last year, I know we're not talking about last year, but last year I also was a part of the second place runner-up for Southwest Track. Mm-hmm. And then also continuing last year, I was part of the student athletic leadership team at Southwest.
Yeah.
And then, sorry, what else were your other questions?
Just why do you choose? Why do you choose certain things? Like what, when you get, like, obviously you got 50,000 things you can choose to be a part of. What dictates or what characteristics or what, outcomes do things have to say, okay, I'm going to put my name on this?
Yeah, I think just me being a junior now, I think that as being upperclassman, just showcasing and like role model for the younger groups, I think that's really important. And then also like the environment, I feel like community is very important. So just the people are always the ones who make it like just worthwhile and just coming to, and also the impacts, like just seeing people's faces and like knowing that I made my advisors proud, like you, Mr. Pete, or even my coaches, like at North Star and Southwest. I just think that really just like makes it worthwhile at the end of the day.
Love that. Jamerson, what about you? What are some things that you're involved in Statesboro? And again, I know Kendall said, like, we're not talking about, like, we're just talking about in general. Like maybe it's been in elementary school, it's something that stood out, but some things you're involved in there.
So within my community, I was talking to Elena and a couple of other ladies yesterday at the restaurant, and I had to tell them. She asked me a question. She was like, "What are you involved in? Are you involved in anything back in Statesboro?" And I said, "Am I?" Because that's the question. Like, am I? Because I do a lot of other things. For one, I am the junior mayor for the city of Statesboro. I am the class of 2026 class president. I am also a member of the Statesboro Youth Council. Shout out to the Statesboro Youth Council for watching this morning. I am a part of the praise team and choir at the City of David Worship Assembly in Statesboro, Georgia. I am the founder of Youth Stand. It's a faith-based youth organization. And I'm proud to be a member of this year's Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Youth Rally. So there's quite a lot of things, but they're all purposeful.
You know what? And I think as you think about all those things that you're involved in, your mayor, which I got to meet when I was down there a week ago, Jonathan McCollar, is very proud of you, but also the Village Builders initiative that they have that really focuses on young people. I always kind of ask for different things, and I want to hear from both of you. What is something that you absolutely love, or something people shouldn't have to? What is something people shouldn't have to live without? And I'll start with you, Kendall. Something that people shouldn't have to live without.
I think something people shouldn't have to live without is just maybe like their family or their community, like riding behind them. I feel like support is very important for young people or just anyone in general. So I feel like something people shouldn't be able to live without is just like having someone to lean back on, someone to catch you while you're like chasing your dreams and your ambitions. If you were to like hit rock bottom, like, you're just going to get picked back up by those people who like continuously stand behind you through and like thick and thin.
Love that. Jamerson, what about you? Something that you absolutely love or something that people shouldn't have to live without?
I think people shouldn't have to live without love and without a purpose. Even if you can't find your purpose in that moment, that through life, there will be people that you can go to and people that can cultivate your purpose or help you find exactly what your purpose is, even if it's just starting with something that you love or something that you like. You start off with that small thing and it graduates to be something bigger. So you start off with that small thing and then move forward. And along the way, you'll find people that will help cultivate your purpose. And even if you state that it's that small thing that you love or you like, then they'll be like, that's your purpose. That's what you're meant to be. That's what you're built for. So all of those things that helps you find your purpose. And I pray that a lot of you that came onto the radio station today, that you will find your purpose today.
I love, absolutely love that. So what's both y'all, I mean, you got the junior mayor in here, you got Kendall, who's been seasoned in life and everything. What's a hot take? And so I'm interested, Jamerson, what's a hot take from you, either about, globally or in the city of Statesboro? But what's a hot take that people can kind of be aware of right now?
I would say a hot take from the city of Statesboro would be that throughout the years, I had to learn that character and the way you conduct yourself is one of the ways that get you into doors or that allow doors to open up. Because if I even tell students at school that even the lunch ladies, even the people in the front office, they will look out for you. They will help you long as you carry that character and that dignity along with you while you're going out through those years. You never know. And I just talked to Dr. Mitchell last night, and we were saying that you'll never know who you might come in contact with. And because of the character that you uphold, because of the manners that you have, that those can get you into doors that stay closed, even with people that have been involved and have degrees in education. The way you conduct yourself and the way you hold yourself is definitely one of the things that I found that it allowed me to meet people and allowed people to help me even when they normally don't help others.
Wow. Kendall, what about you? A hot take?
I think that a hot take, especially in like the school system, is that you don't have to take like diff classes or APs to succeed in life, or to like get your name out there, to get connections. I know that especially being my junior year, it's supposed to be like one of your hardest years in high school. There's a lot of pressure with academics and trying to figure out what you want to do, what you want to be. I'll just say that there's other ways to get your name out there for connections, for you to succeed in life, without having to stress yourself out over these harsh classes you're taking. Also, no shame in it. I know I'm in APs.
Yeah, but I'm looking at when you said that, I was like, man, where were you like 45 years ago for me? My parents were telling me all this. I'm like, you need to listen to Kendall. Yeah. I don't need to take an AP class. No, for all y'all taking AP classes, keep doing. I know John Baylor was on last week, so do your thing. Do your thing.
Yeah, I'd say just do your thing. Be on your way. Like AP classes are going to be rigorous. Just if you're in AP classes, keep doing your thing. If you're not, don't be stressed that you're not taking them. Like, you can succeed in your own way. It's your own life. Don't let someone tell you like, you have to take this class, you have to do this to succeed and like go on your own path in life. So.
Fantastic. That may have been one of the best first segments we've had. And so we're going to go to break, and then we'll be back on 93.7 The Ticket with Junior Mayor Jamerson Hughes and Kendall Jackson.
Hi, I'm Scott Miller, Business Development Officer at Midwest Bank's Lincoln branches. As a lifelong Lincolnite with over 30 years of experience in financial management, I'm here to help your business grow and succeed. My focus is building strong relationships with businesses and clients across Lincoln. Because at Midwest Bank, we believe banking is about people, not just numbers. Visit us at midwest.bank or stop by one of our Lincoln locations. Your community, your bank. Midwest Bank. Member FDIC.
Shopping for new flooring is different today. Getting your questions answered, making the right selection, getting the best value, and installed quickly and professionally. Visit ostreetcarpet.com or shop our store. We'll answer all your questions and help you make the right choice. You'll be enjoying your new floor in just days for less than you'd pay elsewhere. Carpet, vinyl, wood, laminate, tile, and area rugs. We've got it all.
O Street Carpet.
1732 O Street. Family owned and operated. Always the best value.
Have you heard about Advanced Medical Imaging Surgery Center? Located at 7555 Pioneers Boulevard, Advanced Medical Imaging Surgery Center offers compassionate, patient-focused care and provides outpatient surgery services, making it possible to have non-emergency surgery and return home the same day. Advanced Medical Imaging Surgery Center specializes in cardiology, vascular radiology, orthopedics, pain management, and much, much more. Give them a call today at 402-261-1085 or online at amimaging.com.
MHC isn't a new company, just a new name. Moe's Moving is now Moe's Home and Commercial. Whether moving across town or across the state, MHC Moving has you covered, specializing in home, apartment, assisted, and independent living moves. MHC can handle your commercial moves as well. MHC Moving has 0 hidden fees. You'll never pay for same-day booking or be charged for stairs, heavy items, or elevator fees. Rates are the same Monday through Saturday, and you will never pay a truck or fuel surcharge. And they offer payment plans through PayPal. Call MHC Moving today at 402-853-7167 or go to mhcmoving.com.
Bauer Underground has been serving local contractors and utility contractors all across the state since 1997. When you see the black and white trucks, you know that the best workers in the business have arrived. Bauer is currently looking for equipment operators, laborers, diesel mechanics, and aerial linemen. Join the brotherhood built on hard work, authentic people, and a pedigree of success. They're offering top-notch benefits, a matching 401k, and a $600 per year clothing allowance. Bauer Underground, a family-friendly company with plenty of room for advancement.
Hi, this is Pastor Tom. Did you know there's a place kids can seek out help when they're away from home and something goes wrong? They find themselves in a difficult spot or even a dangerous situation. Maybe another child is bullying them or a stranger is following them. Perhaps on a date and things just go bad. In Lincoln, here's where they can find help. It's called Safe Place. Safe Place is a national program for children taking place in thousands of cities across the United States. The People City Mission is sponsoring this program in our community and has set up a number of businesses, fire stations, schools, and nonprofits around the city to become safe locations where kids can seek out help. They just need to look for the big yellow sign that says Safe Place on it. Then go inside and ask for help. We will be quickly connected to them and ensure they make it back home or to whatever resources are needed. If you'd like to find out more about Safe Place and ways in which you can get involved, just go to pcmlincoln.org. Remember, when we all do a little, we change a lot.
Empire Netting and Fence delivers top quality netting and fence solutions. From major sports venues to backyard installs and everything in between, coast to coast. We take on tough jobs with grit, integrity, and a strong commitment to safety. Empire is growing, and we're hiring motivated people ready to grow with us. We build each other up, and we're building something big. Think you've got what it takes? Apply now at empire-fence.com. That's empire-fence.com.
Big box stores are tempting for buying equipment for your high schooler in sports or for yourself in your sports leisures. But buying new is awfully expensive. Why not go somewhere with new and used options? Play It Again Sports has quality, slightly to gently used equipment, and 50% of their inventory is actually new equipment. And it's more than baseball, softball, and golf. They also have equipment for disc golf, fitness, hockey, and more. Plus, they're always buying products. Bring your gear you're done with and get trade money on the spot. Play It Again Sports at 48th and Vine.
At Anderson Ford, we have commission-free guides who are paid to give you a great experience, not make a sale, so you can choose the best vehicle for you. Right now at Anderson Ford, lease a 2025 Ford Escape for $222 per month. Experience better at Anderson Ford. Stock number 4003618. Lease for $222 per month for 36 months with approved credit. 7,500 miles per year. 5,000 plus first payment due at signing. No security deposit required. Tax, title, and license fees extra. Residency restrictions apply. Plus take new retail delivery from Anderson Auto Group by 2226.
Finally, a good reason to have a smart house. Just say, Alexa, play 93.7 The Ticket, and we'll magically start playing. How's it work? Nobody knows. Don't ask questions.
Back to Bigger Than the Score
with Peter Ferguson on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, welcome back to 93.7 The Ticket, Bigger Than the Score. This is Peter Ferguson. I'm joining you every Sunday where we really do focus on, powerful voices, real stories, real growth, and we don't want you to miss any of the conversation, the energy we've had, and insight. So our purpose is, and my purpose is where relationship leads and purpose lives, joined on the ones and twos with Harrison, and always appreciative of him coming in. We have had a phenomenal time. Junior Mayor Jameson Hughes and Kendall Jackson. Kendall's like, what's my title? I just say the long-term rally and march planning committee member, but both have shared some tremendous insights, some hot takes and different things. Jamerson is from Statesboro, Georgia, and it's his first experience here in Lincoln, Nebraska, in general. Mm-hmm. And Kendall, I know you wanted to ask a question, so I'm going to let you go ahead and tee it up to Jamerson.
Okay, I think a question I also asked you out there was, I don't remember fully. I was going to ask you, how'd you get involved in public speaking? Like, have you always just been speaking? I know you mentioned you spoke at your church and everything. So just how'd you start and get involved in public speaking down in Statesboro?
So I would say my walk definitely started within the church. Speaking up at not on the pulpit, at the side podium.
Okay.
We had these things called the In Christ I Am, and we had to get a scripture and sit in it and meditate on it and be able to do a small clip of what people call a sermon. So we had to do a small clip of that, and that's where it started out. It started out with me singing. Even though people say, well, you don't seem like a shy person, but deep down, there's some shyness in there, because even when I sing, I look down at the floor or I look back at the back of the wall so I don't have to see people's faces, because I be like, that's fear. So other than that, that's where it started at. And then moving forward to the Statesboro Youth Council, where I already had a voice, I already had what was instilled inside of me. The Statesboro Youth Council helped me cultivate and helped me find purpose in using my voice. I was already outspoken, but through the Statesboro Youth Council, they helped my outspokenness turn into something that's purposeful and that I can empower and build others.
Fantastic. For both of you are both involved as planning committee members for the Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Youth Rally and March, which will take place for the 31st time on Monday, which is January 19th. And, we'll give some details. If you're looking for details, go to mlkyouthrally.com, mlkyouthrally.com. We'll give a rundown of what's going on. But Kendall, talk about, what the rally is, and then just your involvement. You're one of the more seasoned members in this space. So tell us a little bit about the rally.
So the Youth Rally has been around for, like you said, 31 years. It was founded by our founder, Dr. Leola Bullock, and others like Dr. Kirkland, and I know you've been a part of it for so long. The purpose of the rally, I would say, is to just showcase that youth. I know usually people are told because you're young, it's not your time, but no, your time is now. You can make a change now. I think the MLK Youth Rally really gives youth a stand to show that we know what's happening. We see what's going on in the world. We still see things like injustices, and we still want to showcase the life and dreams of Dr. Reverend Martin Luther King Jr.
Talk about some of the roles that you've had in the past, and then a little bit about the role that you have this year.
I would say my roles in the past. So my mom has been a part of the Youth Rally since she was, I want to say, middle school, high school. I was usually just an observer till I got the confidence to speak up. I would say in about 7th grade, my first role was a small part. I spoke about with scholars like Tatum Moore and Keeley during the Brown versus Board education speech they had. And now, I think I'm getting my voice and my confidence. And this year, I'm speaking about the history of MLK with Jamerson, actually embodying MLK himself, which I think that's such a good role for him to play, because I'm hearing him talk already. I can already hear Martin through him. So, because I feel like people know just the basics about him, but people don't know that he was a human being like just you or me. And people were so fearful of just the impacts that he would have. that they decided that he shouldn't be around anymore. So I think that's very important to showcase that he had a wife, he had kids who just like you or me. And if he was a different race, he'd be just like someone's neighbor of another race. So I think that's very important for people to know and showcase because people don't really know the true history of MLK.
I think one of the things is what I like about the planning committee and just this opportunity is it's about the full legacy in life, not just one component, one speech. And so, as you mentioned, Coretta Scott King was absolutely instrumental, and then you had young people, and then his children, and so. Jamerson, as you've gotten to know a little bit about the planning committee, tell us, you're coming from the home of Dr. King, in Georgia. And so what interests you? What have you, what do you all do? And then also just what have you taken away from being engaged with the planning committee? What has impressed you?
Okay, so to start with what we do in Statesboro, Georgia, as far as Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., we have this big parade down in downtown of Statesboro where youth from all over Statesboro come down to the downtown area where youth, where adults and children, where there's candy, and it's big. And you have different people with different floats, different people with different vehicles. We have our MLK pageants also there, so the queens and stuff from those pageants, and then you have just the background of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. And how he was so purposeful in his speeches, how he was purposeful not in just talking about those speeches, but those were actually the actions of his life, and how Martin Luther King gave us the blueprints of how to speak up for others and how to speak out for others. So Statesboro has done an amazing job with the MLK parade, and it can be bigger. So that's why we're here in Nebraska to see about this Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Youth Rally, so that we can take back and know that we can make things larger than what they seem and make those things bigger than what they are.
What has impressed you about the planning committee, or what has spoken to your core? What have you seen, heard, or felt?
So I've been impressed with the planning committee from the very beginning. Even the first time that I got on the call, even I seen that there was some middle schoolers that were speaking. I think elementary.
We do have a group of elementary scholars.
Okay.
Yeah, that are fifth grade Belmont Community Book Project, and then we have a lot of middle schoolers this year.
Okay.
So yeah.
So the elementary and middle school, and as they were talking, I was just spectating at first because I have to make sure I'm taking in the information as well. But their voices, how they were interacting with each other, and not just speaking the words, even though the words carried the power, that they utilized their voices to sound like certain things, or that they utilized their voices and spoke up and spoke out about the legacy of Martin Luther King and some other things. So I was very impressed because back in Statesboro, I'm big on theater and big on singing and some other things. So when I got to see this, I was like, oh my goodness, look at these young children in these elementary school and middle schoolers speaking up like this. We need more youth that will speak up like that will speak out even from a young age to upcoming, because once you cultivate them at a young age, you will have powerful adults. So that really impressed me with the planning committee.
Love that. Kendall, as you've been involved with the planning committee, learned not just about the full life and legacy of Dr. King, Dr. Bullock, Dr. Kirkland. What's a truth about life that you wish more people understood?
That's a hard question. I would say a truth about life that I wish people would understand more. I would say either I could go back to my point of being that, like, just because you're young doesn't mean you can't have an impact. That goes further into saying, like, again, your time is now. That kids just as adults, they have dreams, they have inspirations, and I think schools help foster that. That doesn't mean that they should be able to be shut down because of their age. As well as I think another truth about life, I think that it shouldn't be taken like as seriously. like especially being like, I know I'm a junior in high school, Jamerson's gonna be senior, so I know he has a lot more responsibility. But I feel like it's also important to just live your life. Don't have a lot of pressure on yourself. Like take things like have aspirations, have goals, but just also have fun. Like you're still young, and that you have so much like you're building a legacy, you're building your life. So I would say that just taking that, just being mindful of that, but also just being able to be free, enjoy your years. So
I like that. Jameson, you travel with Dr. Lashara Mitchell,
Mhm.
and she has been a mentor to you, but also an instrumental part in the Village Builders component in Statesboro. And for those that aren't familiar with that, it's just an initiative created by the Youth Commission and the mayor there in collaboration with community stakeholders. The Village Builders aims to be a community-wide youth development program that offers comprehensive approach to ensure that all scholars in Statesboro and their families have support in becoming the best versions of themselves. What I have been impressed in my time with her, and she's warm and nestled up, so she's listening, but she's like, I ain't doing this cold. But she has talked about heart posture and heart flow, and I've adopted that. Talk about what that means to you, like heart posture, heart flow, and how you've seen that maybe applied within the rally and the things that you've taken in life.
So to start with the heart posture, I would definitely say, just like I said before, how you conduct yourself and how you were raised, it definitely builds how you walk in life. The heart posture, I would say it comes from your experiences through life, what you've experienced, what you've felt, what you've tasted, what you've like been involved in, and what happened. Look, well, as you were growing up in your childhood. So the heart posture comes from those experiences, how those experiences may have broke you, how those experiences may have felt to you, how those experiences may have built you, and how those experiences have cultivated you to be the person that you are today. So the heart posture definitely comes in through the experience, because once you start talking on the heart posture, you can definitely tell when someone is speaking from their heart. You can definitely feel it as well, because then your heart start to feel warm. Then there's a connection between not just you and the relationship, but you and the person connecting through that heart posture. The other thing was the
Heart flow.
And that's where the heart flow come in. So once you have the heart posture and you have those experiences, the heart flow comes in through the connection. Once the connection comes in, then you're able to build, then you're able to uproot the things that you thought that broke you down or hurt you, that those things have cultivated you to make you purposeful. Then you can help others come out of a place of shyness or a place of where they felt like they couldn't be anything, and now they can be something.
Kendall, the theme for tomorrow is around audacity, which is Dr. King in 1968, when he won the Nobel Peace Prize, gave some comments towards, he has the audacity to believe in people having meals and what's been broken down, and people that have centered that, we can build that back up. Talk a little bit about, what does audacity look like, and how will that be showcased in the rally tomorrow?
I would say audacity is being able to step on people's toes a little bit, make them feel a little bit uncomfortable. Because I do believe that to be educated, especially about like the harsh things like the civil rights movement and things that you don't hear in your like common history class, I think that's gonna make people uncomfortable. I think having the audacity to speak the words, to speak your truth, is really important. And then could you restate your point
Yeah.
again,
So
please?
how will people see that play out in the rally tomorrow?
I would say people see that in the rally tomorrow would be in another youth rally member part, Belinda. She talks about the Transcontinental Railroad and about the Chinese Exclusion Act, which she talks about it more in depth, and that's just something that you don't learn, like let's say again, like your typical history class. I feel like you need to make people uncomfortable, like teach them their history, teach them that United States was built on things like that. So I think that's very important for people to come and hear tomorrow.
I love the fact that Belinda was on the show a couple weeks ago and talked about just the connectedness. I think sometimes we think it's, the signs that you see or, the bus rides or, the Rosa Parks and Claudette Coleman, may she rest in power, who died a couple weeks ago. It's the connectedness that we all have, whether we're young people, whether we live on one side of the town, go to a school, public, private, parochial, whatever that might look like. We're going to come back. We'll share a couple more details on the rally in March. You're joining us on 93.7 The Ticket, bigger than the score.
A career providing care that matters, great wages and state benefits, a team devoted to serving Nebraska's veterans and their families. That's what you'll find at the Nebraska Department of Veterans Affairs. With openings in nursing, food service, administration, and more, our veterans homes in Bellevue, Kearney, Norfolk, and Scotts Bluff have a role for you. Find your new career at veterans.nebraska.gov/employment. Sponsored by the Nebraska Department of Veterans Affairs. Aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
Rick Heyman here from Sartor Heyman Jewelers. I want to personally thank our great customers for voting us once again the best of Lincoln. At the same time, we're celebrating our 120th year in business in the great state of Nebraska. You can count on Sartor Heyman for the very best quality, value, and customer service. When it comes to your jewelry needs, visit us at South Point, Grand Island, and the Outlet in downtown Lincoln. Visit us today at sartorheyman.com, and thank you for your continued trust after all these years.
Tune in to Outside the Box from 4 to 5 p.m. for everything you need to know about the Lincoln Stars. Join head coach Rocky Russo and play-by-play voice Alex Byrne as they sit down with special player guests to tell the story of the Lincoln Stars and give you all the news and notes you need from around the USHL. That's Outside the Box with the Lincoln Stars on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Anderson Ford in Lincoln has 2 convenient locations, which means 2 times the customer service, 2 times the inventory, and 2 times the ability to get you in the car of your dreams. Whether you visit us on the north side or the south side, you'll find more selection and a team that's always on your side. When you're looking for a better way to buy your next Ford, visit Anderson Ford in Lincoln, where exceptional service meets unbeatable selection.
93.7 The Ticket is proud to provide listeners with daily opportunities to win contests and prizes on our airwaves, and would like to take this opportunity to remind you of a couple rules. All participants must be 21 or older and must wait 30 days after winning a prize to participate in another contest. Once you win, you have 30 days to pick up your prize at the KNTK Studios, 1040 O Street in Lincoln, or your prize will be forfeited. Thank you for participating in our contests, and thank you for listening to 93.7 The Ticket.
If one of the things running through your mind as a business owner is the recurring worry of possible cyber attacks, you can let out a sigh of relief. Hamilton Business Technologies has you covered. As the official business IT partner of the Huskers, we offer real-time threat monitoring, advanced security protocols, and more to keep your data safe from harm. We care about the success of Nebraska businesses and communities like yours. Learn how we can help you at hamiltonisbusiness.com.
Shopping for new flooring is different today. Getting your questions answered, making the right selection, getting the best value, and installed quickly and professionally. Visit ostreetcarpet.com or shop our store. We'll answer all your questions and help you make the right choice. You'll be enjoying your new floor in just days for less than you'd pay elsewhere. Carpet, vinyl, wood, laminate, tile, and area rugs. We've got it all.
O Street Carpet.
1732 O Street. Family owned and operated. Always the best value.
Ticket listeners know a dream team when they see one. At Applied Connective, we've been in the game for 20 years and have developed a team of world-class leaders in all things IT. From cybersecurity and Microsoft products to physical security, audio-video, infrastructure, business phone systems, and anything in between. We'll help you leverage technology to become your most secure, efficient, and profitable. Head to our website to check out real reviews and testimonials and sign up for a free tech consultation. We can show you where you might be vulnerable, inefficient, or overspending. It's a game changer, and it's totally free. Claim yours right now at appliedconnective.com.
It's the Nebraska Deer and Game Expo, January 16th through the 18th at the Sandhills Global Event Center in Lincoln. Come see trophy deer, hunting seminars, hunting and outdoor exhibitors, a 3D archery tournament, enter the blind giveaway, and more. The Nebraska Deer and Game Expo, presented by Whitetail Properties Real Estate, January 16th, 17th, and 18th. Learn more at nebraskadeerandgameexpo.com and find them on Facebook. Come to the Nebraska Deer and Game Expo, January 16th through the 18th in Lincoln.
The place you call home should always be a place of comfort. Warm and cozy in winter, cool and relaxing in summer. If your home isn't delivering the comfort you expect, call Bryant. It's more than just hot and cold to them. It's about providing the best comfort solutions. And Bryant gives you a full 24-month test drive on your home comfort system. Get full details at BryantLincoln.com or call 467-1111. Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing. Bryant, whatever it takes.
Back to Bigger Than the Score with Peter Ferguson on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, welcome back to 93.7 The Ticket, Bigger Than the Score. Peter Ferguson, joined on the ones and twos with Harrison. We have been joined in studio with Kendall Jackson, who is a long-term, I would want to say, almost, she's probably the chair. She's the mayor of the Youth Rally and March Planning Committee, and Mayor Jamerson Hughes, who is in studio in the state of Nebraska, hailing from Statesboro, Georgia, and glad to have him here. We have been talking about their engagements, their involvements, but also about the 31st annual Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Youth Rally in March, which will take place tomorrow. Doors will open at 8:45 in the Union at the Nebraska University of Nebraska Lincoln campus on 14th and R Street. It is free for everything. Come on in. We will start at 8:45. The doors open. There'll be face painting. There'll be a DJ. There'll be a photo booth. 93.7 The Ticket will be doing a live broadcast there from 9 o'clock to noon during the course of the rally. We'll have Link to Literacy. We'll be giving away children's books. And you'll have the time to do story time. And so really want people to come in, engage, get involved, enjoy that. And then at 10 o'clock, we'll kick off with the 31st annual Rally and March program. It is not a sit and get opportunity. It is something that's appropriate for ages 4 to 90 years old. And you'll reflect, you'll have joy, there'll be hope and community. So want individuals to come in. If you're out of the area and you can't make it, you can go to mlkyyouthrally.com. There'll be a link that will go live at 9:45. So it'll start showing a pre-recorded show. And then at 10 o'clock, you'll get to experience the rally in March. But if you can come in person, enjoy these two individuals. They'll be absolutely fantastic. And again, we'll have a lot going on. I want to thank 93.7 The Ticket, especially, and DP and Rebecca, Nick, Harrison, ADJ, just for being supportive, because I think that's going to be really cool to have those live drops and broadcasts. So with that being said, Jamerson, you came and you got to experience a couple things here. Mm-hmm. What's one thing that you experienced in the first? You talked about the squall. We took you to you had the opportunity, and you're going to be speaking as Dr. King. But what's been unique about your time here in Lincoln?
I definitely want to mention the thing about the Runza. So the Runza was actually amazing. I had the
sorry, Nick, no free shout outs, but we got to go ahead. I mean, that's just a staple here. All right.
So I had the one with the mushrooms in it, and I loved it. So you will actually hear that come up in my piece. Okay. So that's actually one of the things that I was excited about. Other than the squall and getting to see the different architectures here in Nebraska, because in Statesboro we have a lot of historical things, but like when I look around, it's like I see history on display everywhere. So I love what I'm seeing in Nebraska. I can't wait to get to Monday so we can get to the Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Youth Rally. Even tonight with meeting with the planning committee, getting to meet other youth and even the younger ones, because I love youth in general. So getting to meet those adults even in the space. So that's actually what I'm looking forward to.
Awesome. Kendall, give that promo for what people are going to experience when they come to the space or if they're watching online.
I would say for my little promo we're going to have here, people are going to experience fun. We're gonna have a little photo booth, like you said, face paint. There's always dancing
Mhm.
beforehand to get like your little wiggles out and
Oh,
just
Harrison, go ahead,
enjoy.
get your swerve on now. There you go, Harrison. Get that like to the left, to the left.
And just enjoy, like be social, like build that community beforehand. Because I know in some of our parts we have like say hi to your neighbor, hug your neighbor,
Mhm.
dab your neighbor, because we are a community. Like when you come in the room, like you're a part of this, you're a part of history in the making. Like you are considered our family when you come into the youth rally. So I would say also expecting like again just learn about the history, learn about like the different impacts King has had on each of the rally members, and just look at and see like the future of Lincoln and Statesboro, Georgia. Just seeing like the youth, like just seeing us grow, like helping us foster. I would say, yeah, just be ready to be like inspired, engaged, be ready to now walk out with like you having the audacity to tell people things now. So I would say, yeah, that's a little 30-second promo.
Finish the sentence. To walk together in love, I will.
To walk together in love, I will talk together in love. I will walk behind those who walked before me. I will stand behind them, support them as I hope they will support me. And then also I'd like to give a little shout out right here. People who have done that, I would say, are definitely like the Southwest track and field team. Even though my path has led me to a different place, being Northstar High School now, I see them at every place, like basketball games. I saw Coach Wimes at the breakfast.
Yeah.
They always just support me no matter what, even though my path has led me somewhere else. So I know I can always come back to them.
That's what that's
So-
about. That's what that's about. Jameson, I keep saying, I want to say Junior Mayor Jameson Hughes, because we got that in the studio. To walk together in love, I will.
To walk together in love, I will embody those with purpose. I will embody those with love. I will embody those with truth. To walk together in love, not lasting just for that moment, not just feeling that spark in the moment, but making relationships that last for that lifetime.
You know what? I want to thank both of y'all. Kendall, seeing you grow and continue to do amazing things. And then Junior Mayor Jameson Hughes, I can't tell you how excited we all are to have you experience Nebraska and the Runza and the Frings and a squall. And so with that, please come out tomorrow. You can go to mlkyouthrally.com where relationships lead and purpose lives. 93.7 The Ticket, bigger than the score.
Rico here with